Hi, I'm Mark Dias, and welcome back to Let's Play Baroque. You know, ultimately when it comes down to it, I think everybody should be a little selfish. Hold on. About things, but they should know how to do it at the right time. Like, there are times to be selfish, and there are times to be, you know, giving and ridiculous. I think that too much charity is a bad thing, and too little charity is even worse. I don't know, like, I always find it ridiculous, like, when I play Ragnarok, there are people who, like, ask for money, which is ridiculous, because I'm allowed to be selfish about money. It's a little hard to come by. But, like, sometimes I'll do something and have, like, an overabundance of an item I don't need. And some people go out of their way to sell them. You know, even if it's for cheap, they want to make money on it. But sometimes I'll see someone who's a new player who, you know, asks for help or whatever. And, get out of here, Lucky Wings. Nobody loves you. I don't care that it had no effect. I just want to use it for a little HP and stuff. That's a stupid torture. But I'll give away items, you know, that I have an overabundance of, because, you know, like, that new person is going to get more use out of that item than I am. So, like, they don't have the money, obviously, to... Damn, things are responding fast here. But I don't see a point in me making, like, little to nothing, waiting out the time to have it, when someone else could get use out of it right away. Like, I don't know, I think it's ridiculous. Especially if it's something I didn't pay for. Like, it's just a common monster drop, I'll just give it to someone. Like, if they really need it. Like, there are always people who need quest items that are hard to get. So, I'll give it to them. You know, because I have an absurd amount where I've already done the quest with all my characters, and now the item is effectively useless for me. And I think that that's, like, the line. Like, if someone asks for it, I won't give it to you. But if you're just there and you're, like, you know, asking for help and you're obviously a noob, I'll give you something. But some people are so unwilling to share that kind of stuff that it's, I don't know, it kind of bothers me. Like, yeah, there's some things that it's okay to be ridiculous about. Like, ugh. Like, not to be, like, you know, dissing my roommate or whatever, but she is way too giving when it comes to, like, you know, people will ask her for a ride. Like, because she's, like, you know, out of all of her friends, she's, oh, damn, that hurt. She's one of her friends that has a car, so they'll be like, oh, can you give us a ride? Or, like, they'll have her work on stuff with them to basically, so that way she can give them a ride. Like, I think it's just, like, that's when you should just be like, no. Like, I understand if it was, like, you know, doing something good for her, you know, it's kind of a double-edged thing, and it's okay to be, like, giving in that way. Let's go get this one. I could really use some food in-game, that is. I don't know. I usually have a tendency, like, to give away a lot of stuff that I have, just because, like, you know... What the fuck was that? Oh, my explosion. Did that hurt me? like a long time ago, there was a guy who came into the place that I was working, and I was making hoagies. Damn it. I was making hoagies, and I should have saved purifying them. And basically this, like, it was a friend of a friend, and I like didn't know them all that well or whatever, but last I had ever heard about them, they didn't really have like the greatest things going on in their life. So I ended up having an extra hoagie on the side, and like I went out for a cigarette break and brought the hoagie with me because, like, essentially it's scrap. Like, if we make an order for someone and they pay for it and then leave because they're drunk and stupid, like, we are under no obligation to give them that hoagie once they leave. You know, and they're gone for a certain amount of time. And it was still good, and essentially it'd be just counted as, like, you know, a throwaway. Because what are you going to do? You're going to throw it out at the end of the night. And I didn't want it because I was going to pay for my own. But I went out, and she was out there, and she obviously, like, walked to there, and it was late at night, and she really, she obviously seemed like she was probably homeless, or was in the transition between, like, wherever she was living, because she had bags with, like, all of her stuff in it. And it was certainly not college season. So I gave her the hoagie, and she was all like thankful. It was like one of those good things. And I didn't give her charity because she asked for it. It was just like, you know, yeah, those are the stamina sucker guys. So many seeds. Alright. Let's do some trickery here. Okay, good. Phew. I was worried that was going to be like a spoiled heart or whatever. Oh, solve another seed. Sweet! Look at that stamina. 100 hit points, not so bad. I should just use that heart right out. But I don't know, I mean, it made sense to me to, you know, give her something like that, because, hell, why not? It was going to go to waste anyway. Don't worry, I'm trying to help you. Ooh. That's kind of nice. Do I have any other parasites on myself? Just exploding brain. So, I don't know. And it wasn't like I gave it to her because I, like, had this intense pity for her. It was just like, she obviously looks like she needs some food. Like, simple as that. I'll hold on to the unbrand in case the explosion is actually hurting me, because fuck that shit. And, like, I think what's worse is, like, forced charity. God damn it. And I don't have anything to care of that. Why don't you help me by unconfusing me? Crystal's gone. So So, I don't know. I think there's a big difference between, like, giving someone charity because you pity them and doing it because it's... Whoa! Holy shit! That was pretty nice. Oh, that scared the crap out of me for a second. Well, at least I got to use the heart effectively. But, I don't know. And, like, when I used to work at a candy store, there'd always be kids who are like, you know, there was this one girl I remember who was like obviously like a little like nerdy, not like she reminded me of a friend, Abby, who didn't have that many friends when she was younger. And not saying like that's like a valid reason or whatever, but like obviously not a popular person. And normally, like, you know, kids are like, oh, like, I'd rather have bones. You know, normally they have friends who are like, yeah, I got, you know, 10 cents, I'll give it to you. But she was, like, short some money or whatever, and, like, she just looked so, like, dejected. Because, like, you know, other people were like, oh yeah, like, my friend's got an extra 10 cents so I can pay for it. And, you know, just even doing something like, oh yeah, here. Like, I had my little tip jar and I was like, here you go, here's 10 cents. Like, don't worry about it. But, her and her family used to come in, like, all the time after that. And it wasn't so much that, like, I pitied her in the situation, I just did something, you know, it's 10 cents, it's not a big freaking deal. Right now I wish I had 10 cents, but so, you know, she'd come in with her family or whatever, and I just think that, like, even that little amount of good at least put enough positive light on things that it seemed like a place you'd want to go. And I don't know, I think that that always helps people personally and business-wise. I mean, you can be giving and still turn a profit. I mean, that night I still walked out with like $10 in tips, but that $10, like, out of that $10, 10 cents is not a lot, but to that person it means a lot. So a lot of charities try to like play off of that, like, your 10-cent contribution can go to save these children. But, like, there's a difference between doing it personally, where you're actually spending your money to do something good, versus paying the salaries of the people who pay for the charity. Like, I usually don't like larger charity things because they're not actually charities. We pay for ourselves, then we pay for, you know, whatever's left after we take our portion is what goes to, you know, starving African immigrants or whatever the fuck.
You were torn apart twice.
Come on.
Even though I'm supposed to have lost the ability to feel pain, whenever I see you, I feel like my chest hurts.
Alright. Let's just... how much does special restore? Not that much, I wasted it. Alright. Yeah. And... there it is. Woohoo! 400 hit points. And we will go ahead and might as well use spoiled.
Even though I'm supposed to have lost the ability...
And both of these are rotten, yes. Do you want some rotten meat?
It's rotten. You hate... Even though I'm supposed to have lost the ability...
Yeah, we know. Sadness. Maybe it's a dungeon master that fuses baroques, or the baroque monger. I know, I want to help you. But it's a pain in the ass to help you, because I have to die a bunch of times to help you. So is that really fair? Crazy flying angel babies. I don't know. And also, like, a lot of these, like, you know, huge... Ooh. Oh, yeah. Twin boxes suck. They usually contain good stuff, but I think you always have to have, like, one on hand, which is kind of stupid. Anyway, these big cancer foundations and stuff usually never put much money into research. Most of it goes into, like, promoting it, into the other advertising, then into the salaries of the people who do that, and then in the salaries of the people who started the foundation. Then some of it goes towards races and walks and all that kind of stuff to raise more money in order to do this. But then when it comes down to it, they're not really putting money towards research. And then it's not really a charity anymore. It's a business that makes people feel better about themselves and then becomes a tax write-off for people. And that's just silly. Like, I think charities, not even for profit or whatever, should never, under any circumstances, you know, pay their employees a larger, like, all of their total employees should not make more money than what they donate towards research or prevention or whatever. Like, some charities, there's a charity that actually, well, they accept charity donations, but they're also funded, where they actually go out and get blood from infected, or from what they call bushmeat, which is disgusting. It's basically like people in Congo and stuff like that eat like monkeys and stuff, and they test the blood of these animals that they bushmeat, that are bushmeat that they kill, to test to see if any diseases, you know, these people are like disgusting, covered in blood, and they're good people, they just, there's no agriculture for them to live by. So instead they have to go out and eat monkeys and stuff. But they test them for these diseases and give them like these cards so that way they can, you know, send these to a lab, and the lab can analyze to see if any of the viruses that these animals have transmitted to humans, or are transmittable to humans. I mean, they suspect that that's how AIDS occurred, so it's important to know. And like things like swine flu, which the rest of the world calls the Mexican flu, that America's too PC for that, is basically a virus that just jumped to humans. Now it infects humans. So if this person essentially goes out and can find these diseases in their early evolutionary states and prevent them from becoming, you know, the next plague of, you know, the, 22nd century, then that's important. You can stop something before it becomes a pandemic. Or you can get these people treatment and help, or tell them, stop eating that type of monkey because you're going to fucking die. But in the long run, it's a preventative measure, but there are plenty of charities, and that group helps to prevent or helps these people actually kind of open to a more sustained agriculture, because now they know the dangers of not becoming agrarian. And then, of course, you have the other side of the coin, which is where people protect these, you know, African rainforests with their great species, so these people can't build farms there or whatever, and then it's just a mess. But that kind of charity receives very little funding. Most of it's UN funding or university funding, or, you know, people who are making sure that, you know, we all don't get the next bubonic plague. And that to me is more charitable, because these people are essentially diving face first into the dangers of basically being like, you know, first contact of, you know, the next disease that could wipe out, you know, 3/4 of the world. So, I don't know. Those kind of things I think are better to give to, because you're paying for these people to do their active research. And yes, they spend it, but they spend, you know, they obviously draw some sort of salary, but I mean, at least they're really doing something that affects me and you. That might kill us, plus helping these people out. And that's a way to be selfish and to be, you know, giving. I mean, really, I think that it's a more noble pursuit than anything. And also the third world is just like, I don't understand in this day and age why there's anybody left in the third world. I mean, in some ways I do advocate some sort of forced new world, but I think that before we really concentrate on pulling people out of the third world, we should start moving people to space. And then as we move people to space, fill the void that's left from people, you know, going out into space with... Oh.
Please give me pure water.
Don't worry, I will.
For my mother who's gone crazy. Pure water. So you want to erase me too?
No, I just like hitting you. Because you're always asking me for the same stuff, and I know what it is, but it's a pain in the ass to get. And it's actually funny, there was a whole documentary that was really interesting about people who were basically exiled from their home country by, of course, a crazy dictator who usurped power, which is always how that all starts. Who, I don't think they were, maybe they were Hutu? I don't remember. Anyway, they brought some of them to America, and they had difficulty adjusting to, you know, the way America works at first, and they were confused by things because essentially they lived in a refugee camp all their life. But they adapted pretty quickly, and yeah, they lost this, like, a lot of it was about this tribal connection because everybody knew everybody, but the loneliness they felt was easily, you know, filled with the fact that they didn't have to struggle for food, or, you know, they didn't have to worry about doing something because it might appear feminine. And they were able to hold down basic jobs, and most of them could do things, you know, pretty well. And I don't understand why we can't essentially, not a forced evolution, so to speak, but like a revolution of sorts to take people from these bad areas of the world and be able to give them a better life, and not in like 100% terms like, oh ho ho, the way we live is better. More as in giving them an opportunity to grow as people and to, you know, realize that things in the rest of the world are very different, but in the same way, they can still share this community and group without having to worry about, you know, starving to death. Or, you know, relying on the UN spending money on the same thing all the time, and, you know, the UN having to spend money and hoping that warlords don't take their food, because the warlords have guns. And also, I think it helps people, especially in third world countries, that they don't have to worry as much about crime and stuff like that, especially if you were able to, you know, obviously if we became very spacefaring, we'd have better security measures on Earth by itself. And I think that it would help move some people out into space, and some people who'd be very interested in going, and not leave. I mean, I think if there's a mass exodus out of off of Earth to the moon or Mars, where people were just basically committing a mass exodus. So imagine tomorrow if 2 million people pretty much up and left, say, New York. I mean, just think about how empty and desolate the cities would be. It would be, you know, a tragedy. And I think I need to throw my sword back. Do I have anything else I really need to send back? Not really. I think I'm going to merge with God again, because I think that's a smart thing to do here. At least I have the heart seed, so I can at least advance the story a little more. So I may start splitting up dungeon videos when I go down the tower until I get to new floors, so that way you're not seeing the same thing over again. Or if I get an item that, you know, we haven't seen yet. Pursue floor? Where's your consciousness orb? There. Oh, of course. And I have one more thing I can throw. I should throw the hope wings. Yeah, let's throw hope wings. Come on, where is this shit? There's Cherub. Thank you. You're so nice, Cherub. He is like one of my favorite characters in this game. I don't know why. I just think because he's so bizarre and he's like minimalistic in what he does. Alright. Now... Alright, so it's just that way. Actually, I'm gonna... Ugh, what a pain in the ass. I'm gonna quickly look up what I have to do, because I think I have to merge with God. I know. I shouldn't be looking up an FAQ. I should have it all set. Which, by the way, I get kind of annoyed when people do things like eat during LPs. Or I watched one person who did it and was just basically complaining about how he had no clue what to do. And he had played the game before. Let's pause it so I don't starve to death. Even though I have, like, what, 300? 420? Vitality. But, like, I don't know, it's just something about it bothers me. There was an LP I watched recently where someone was just eating chips throughout the entire thing. Like, what the fuck? Oh, here we go. This tells me what the Baroques do. Bagged one is item drop chance of increase effect. So you enemies are more likely to drop items. Come on. Just come on, this guy has a walkthrough. There's so much like other stuff here. Alright, I need 10 recorded items. Initial space 5 spaces, 10 recorded items, I get 10 spaces, 50 recorded items, 20 spaces. Well, it doesn't matter, most of the stuff I throw back will. Alright, here's the walkthrough. I just need to see if it's the right thing to do, because this is my 3rd tower run. Ugh, come on, just tell me how to do it. Okay, I'm just gonna merge with God. It said it's irrelevant. Ugh, I hate... sorry, I was like, I had to read all that crap. Alright, what shall we throw back? Oh yeah, Hope Wings.
Do you remember? That foolish action of trying to hear the will of God through the Debar fusion? I ripped you apart. So now you and I can rebuild the world with the idea Sephira of the Absolute God. We can create a world that is not distorted. Now, enter the consciousness orb and head for the bottom floor.
I don't think so. I think I'm going to merge with God. Actually, which one makes the floor deeper? Let's just save here and we'll see. Actually, I can... sorry, I'm being ridiculous. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna... Because I think it gets worse if you merge with God or if you kill her. I don't remember.
Now shoot the angelic rifle. Purify the deranged...
Don't go crazy. Don't go crazy. Don't go crazy.
I'm gonna
Don't go crazy.
join with her.
Don't go crazy. 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 Don't.
Don't worry, I won't.
I'm here. Who will die? I don't want to die. Then I will die. I should have been the one to die. I'll die instead. You can live. You can have another chance.
Alright, I think I'm gonna kill her because I got the same ending. My stomach is like angry. Probably because I've just been drinking energy drinks all day. Alright, let's try that again. This time I'm gonna shoot her. Because I should get a different ending if I shoot her. We still have Hope Wings and a Protector to start. I don't think items get purified, unfortunately.
Now shoot the engine. Like rifle. Purify the deranged absolute.
Don't go crazy, don't go crazy, don't go crazy, don't go crazy, don't go crazy. I wanted to become one with you one more time.
I might be forced to get extra scenes because I think I screwed up one of the runs. Or...
I killed my little brother.
No, it's different.
I killed you. I killed the world.
That's right. But that is the only way to save this distorted world.
His voice. The Archangel?
Bring the Absolute God's idea Sephira to me.
What for?
So you and I can create the new world.
I don't need a new world.
What?
I don't want things like this. Can I redo the world with this idea Sephira?
Create a new world by yourself.
It doesn't need to be a new world. I just want another try. At the world.
That's right. If you notice, it's a little different, which is the strange part. In the other one, if I remember correctly, he said, I killed my big brother. Or in this one he said? No, in the first one he said, kill my big brother. And then in this one, he said, kill my little brother. Confusing. And once again, he's just like, no.
My dream is to stuff my head full of items, like 50 items and stuff, though I can only hold 10 items at the moment. I no longer hate stuff that hurts. I've stored your items for you.
Alright. Take that, take that, take that, take that. Those can stay. Now, first thing we do... Where's Long Neck? Long Neck.
Thank you. Thank you. My crystal.
That's right. I murdered his ass. Now, let's go see.
So, you are not alone. If you happen to remember, you should come by. I'll give you a baroque that embodies you. Passion, loneliness, repressed feelings. What is this? All I hear is a monotonous repetition of words. I've nothing else to say other than that it is a superb baroque.
Yes, apparently Long Neck has one of the best baroques. But we have to show them to the other people here.
Face. It's a face I've seen somewhere. It looked like me. In earth, in earth, in earth, in earth. Dig, 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 dig. Bury, 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 bury.
Yeah, we get it.
Take it. She doesn't want it.
Alright, now let's see what the bag
Longneck
doesn't
said,
say.
after I'm buried and turned into a crystal, can you show my crystal to everybody?
Yes, that's rather important.
Longneck's idea Sephira is saying, in earth, in earth, in earth, in earth. Dig, 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 dig. Bury, 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 bury.
Yeah, he's a little nuts.
Marie said, it's said that the idea Sephira is the holder's core.
Welcome to my underground cemetery. If you die, you're all mine. If you're cool with that, please come in, goddammit. Whoa, whoa! If I look at that, I'll want to bury myself. The hell I need that? Please, just get that goddamn thing away from me.
I love that.
Don't show me this idea, Sephira. It makes me sick.
Yes, different people have different reactions.
Longneck said,
Memories of
I don't want to get the angelic rifle, but I am.
next time, they'll make the bag up.
And actually, now that I have this, let's just... I need that, because I'll probably need it. First off, throw this to him.
That long? I don't want this thing.
Alright, let's walk away and have him say it here.
Is that Longneck's crystal? Can I see it? I want to know why he buried himself. Longneck's crystal is saying that if you bury yourself, you can live a straight life. So that's why Longneck seems so comfortable buried. Longneck's crystal is saying that if you bury yourself, I've been told that it's okay to get rid of you. But I don't want to do something like that. So seriously, knock it off.
If you notice, we have the same sword.
Longneck's crystal is saying that if you bury yourself, you can live a straight life. So that I don't want this thing.
Come on.
Longneck's crystal is saying that if you
Don't be
bury
a fuck.
yourself, you can live a straight life.
I might have to go back to the tower and come back. All this for pure damn water. What a pain in the ass. If you ask me. You have to get the angelic
You
rifle.
were doing your best. You were learning new things and slowly making your way to the bottom. Keep at it. Now go.
Oh, I think maybe I'm not allowed to have a sword equipped when I talk to him, because I think he gets fussy about that. Either that or I have to have the angelic rifle, or have to have the angelic rifle equipped. Or I just have to do the tower again. This game is weird about things that work.
Longneck's crystal is saying that if you bury yourself, you can live a straight life. So that's why Longneck seems so comfortable buried. Longneck's crystal is saying that if you bury yourself, you can live a straight life. Get out of here!
God damn it. I might have pissed him off too much.
Longneck's crystal is saying
Yeah, I get it. Alright, well, we'll head back to the tower in the next episode of Let's Play Baroque with me, Morak Dice. See you later.